I want to talk to you about how to request a USPS refund online, and I want to talk about domestic and international refunds. So let's first talk about domestic, and then later on I will speak about international. So when it comes when it comes to submitting a USPS refund request, including fees or postage, you will need proof of purchase. That's for sure. You may need one or all of the following when you request a refund. So tracking number, purchase receipts, and photo ID if in person. So that's kind of important, especially when it comes to actually accelerating the process for you. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that in terms of applying online, you can request refunds for Priority Mail Express items and certain extra services online. In terms of applying at the post office, you can apply for a refund in person at a post office location. All kinds of refunds, by the way. And if you are a business customer, there is actually an entire protocol to actually follow because you get served faster. Okay. So if you are a business, you can apply for a refund online. So you may need to upload files with up to 1,000 individual USPS tracking numbers. So you do have a certain level of technology enabled at that level. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So if you think about requesting a USPS refund online, it's just a lot better to either call USPS or use the USPS app. You can still do it online, but the app is just a lot faster, by the way. So you can, I mean, in addition to refunds, you also have change of address, click and ship. So the enhanced click and ship. You also have the EDDM retail. So the extra services that you can actually buy if you, for any reason, you get your refund successfully treated and you just want to buy something, buy another service. You have PO boxes also. You have postal store returns and exchanges. Also, those are handled through the app. You have premium forwarding service residential, Priority Mail Express, USPS Package Intercept, and USPS Pickup on Demand. The reason why I'm telling you this is because if you are initiating a USPS refund online, they can the refund can apply to any of those services. So let me go a little more granular here. So how do you request a domestic service refund? The cool thing is the process can be really fast. You want to find the shipping service you used listed and you review the how to apply details to see what's eligible for a refund. So let's first talk about change of address online authorization fee. So to verify your address online, USPS matches your credit card billing address to your old or new address. To do this, they will submit a small charge, $1.10, to your credit card company. Sometimes this charge is refundable. So what's really eligible here? Only change of address requests made on the official USPS change of address websites are eligible for refunds. So requesting a refund, you just need to call 1-800-238-3150 to request a refund. And refunds are considered on a case-by-case basis. If approved, $1.10 will be credited to the credit card charged. You also have click and ship labels. So unused click and ship labels are eligible for refunds up to 60 days after the print date, the label transaction date. Okay, that's something to really think about. So what's really eligible here? Well, labels, they have not been scanned by the postage system. Labels created within the past 30 days, for instance. So that's really good. Okay, so you have a lot of flexibility there. So labels created within the past 30 days of the label print date, and also labels that do not already have a refund request. So to request a refund, log into your Click and Ship account. So your enhanced Click and Ship account, click Shipping History, check the labels you want refunded, and where you see track labels, select Refund Labels from the drop-down list and click Proceeds. Pretty straightforward, okay? And older unused click and ship like CNS labels, if a label was printed more than 30 but less than 60 days ago, email the click and ship help desk for a refund. include this information in your email: username, click and ship account number, label number, and transaction number and date. Let's talk about EDDM retail orders placed and paid for online. Again, I'm speaking to you about how to request a USPS refund online. So I'm still going through all the different services here. So EDDM retail orders placed and paid for online. So EDDM retail refunds can be requested online and at the post office, depending on how you placed the order in the first place and whether or not you have dropped it off. Okay. So orders not yet dropped off are a little different than orders dropped off at the post office. So orders not yet drop off: if you created and paid for an order on the EDDM website but did not drop it off at the post office, you can request a refund through your order history. So that's really good. You just need to sign into your USPS.com account, click Activity History, click Request a Refund below order details, and you want to fill out the form. And refunds will be posted to your credit card within 3 to 5 days. You also have orders dropped at the post office. So if you created and paid for an order on the EDDM website and have already submitted it at the post office, the order will no longer be in your order history, that's for sure. And if you canceled your order after it was accepted at the post office, you can request a refund by calling 1-877-747-6249. So when prompted, you want to select option 3 for small business. Have your order information ready when you call. So date order was created, order number, and order amount. And the cool thing is refunds are processed manually and should be finished within 7 days. What about orders placed online and paid for at the post office? So if you began your EDDM order online but paid for it at the post office, you will need to request a refund at the post office where you actually paid. You also have extra services. So some extra services such as signature confirmation, for instance, are refundable if the service was not performed according to its service features. So only the person who paid for extra service. So non-delivery when UPS is at fault, incorrectly charged postage or fees, and also paid services that were not provided. So you want to apply 30 to 60 days after the mailing date for general extra services, and 30 to 60 days after the mailing date if the extra service is purchased with Priority Mail Express. And what you need here is that you need the tracking number and you need actually the mailing receipts. Okay, that's something important. And this service refunds can be requested online. So I'm speaking about certified mail, return receipt, paper and electronic, signature confirmation, but also USPS tracking for USPS marketing mail. So something to really think about. And one thing I want to say here is that if you cannot request a refund on USPS.com, you want to take your proof documents to the post office where you paid for the service in the first place. Let's talk about PO boxes. Okay, how do you request actually a refund for PO boxes? You can you can get refunds for new, unused PO boxes and existing PO boxes that are handled you need to know that those are handled differently. Okay, so PO box in use: if you already have PO box keys, request a prorated refund for unused time in your PO box service agreement, and you want to apply for a refund at the post office where the PO box is located. For new PO boxes, you may request a refund online if you applied online and have not used the PO box, have not picked up the PO box keys, and you can also request a refund within 30 days of your original payment. The thing is, you can contact the Internet Customer Care Center, at 1-800-349-7779. You also have postal store returns and exchanges. So if there was a mistake in your postal store order, let's say something went wrong, you may be able to get a refund or exchange, and that's really good. So there are options for wrong, missing, or damaged orders in the postal store, by the way. You also have Premium Forwarding Service Residential. So Premium Forwarding Service Residential PFS residential refunds can be requested online and at the post office, depending on where you set up the service in the first place. So, what is not eligible? The enrollment fee, the weekly shipping fees, unless prepaid and unused, and delayed shipments. And you can apply online. So, if you set up your PFS residential service on USPS.com, you can request a refund online. So, that's really cool. And so applying at the post office is also possible. So if you set up your PFS residential service at a post office, you must request your refund at that post office. And what you need here is that you need the order confirmation or a tracking number for the weekly shipments, okay, that you would like refunded, and the reason for the refund request, okay. Now, in terms of refund processing, when your request is processed, you'll get an email explaining the result. Refund requests are normally processed within 2 to 3 business days. And the thing is, USPS has some kind of latitude. Why? Because if USPS needs more info to process your request, it will take longer than 2 to 3 business days. And if your request is approved, it will be credited to the credit card associated with your account. It may actually take up to 2 billing cycles for the refund to appear on your card. Just be aware of that. So if you are thinking about requesting a USPS refund online, I want to talk to you quickly about Priority Mail Express. That's another important element. So Priority Mail Express service comes with a money-back guarantee based on its service features. So in terms of requesting a PME refund, every USPS tracking number can only be used for only one refund request. You must combine refunds for Priority Mail Express and related extra services into a single refund request. So what's really eligible here is that Priority Mail Express postage for mail that did not arrive based on the guaranteed service arrival time. And this guaranteed arrival time is basically on your receipt, by the way. So when should you apply? Well, 2 to 3 to 30 days after the mailing date for Priority Mail Express without extra services, and 3 to 30 to 60 days after the mailing date if an extra service was purchased with Priority Mail Express. So what do you really need here? The tracking number, but also the mailing receipts, okay? So how do you apply here? You can apply for a refund with a free USPS.com account. So that's really cool. And you can request a PME refund at a post office, okay? You can also go to any post office and fill out Part 1 of Form 3533. Let me repeat, 3133, and you can submit it along with your original customer copy of Label 11. You can also have a USPS package intercept. So the USPS package intercept fee is $17.50, plus any applicable postage charge may be refundable if the shipment was not intercepted, okay? And so what you need is you need the order confirmation or USPS tracking number for each shipment you would like refunded, the reason for the refund request, and the additional details you actually may have to help with processing. In terms of refund processing, when your request is processed, you will get an email explaining the results. Refund requests are normally processed within 2 to 3 business days, unless USPS needs more information to process your request. And if your request is approved, that's really good, right? The credit card associated with your account will be credited, and it will take, once again, 2 to 3 business cycles for the refund to appear on your credit card. And you can request your refund online, by the way. You also have US Pickup on Demand. So I'm still going through the request, how to request a USPS refund online here. So USPS Pickup on Demand refunds can be requested online if the service wasn't performed according to its service features. So what's really eligible here? Well, you are only eligible for a refund if the carrier fails to show up during the specified day for a pickup, for instance. What's not really eligible here? Well, carriers shows up during the specified day of pickup or cancellation request submitted after 5 a.m. local time on the day of the scheduled pickup, okay? So what you really need here is you need the order confirmation or USPS tracking number for the shipments you would like refunded, the reason for the refund request, and additional details you may have to help with processing. So that's kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that after submitting your refund request, remember that approved refunds are paid in different ways depending on the service and how you applied. Okay, so just be aware of that. And receiving your refunds, approved online refunds will receive a check by mail. Approved refunds that were requested at the post office will be refunded in cash, check, or money order, depending on how you set up things, let's say, earlier. Approved click and ship refunds are credited to the original payment account. This can be a credit card, this can be a debit card, it can be another payment account. And business customers who applied for a refund online will be refunded by check, not credited back to their account. So it's something to really think about. So now there is a possibility to appeal denied or partially paid request. So if your refund was only partially paid or denied, you may be able to file a dispute within 30 days of receiving the decision. So something to really think about. Let me talk to you about international here. I just spent the majority of today's time on domestic, but what about international? You can request a USPS refund for international services, okay? So if you send something from the US to another country, you may be eligible for a postage or a fee refund if any of the following apply. Delivery standards for applicable Priority Mail Express International or Priority Mail Express International with money back guarantee service guarantees were not really met. Full service was not rendered, or you were incorrectly charged return charges for undeliverable as addressed first class mail international, first class package international service, and priority mail international items, or you were overcharged. So that's something to really think about. Okay. Now the thing is that you have international click and ship labels. You can really ask for refunds for that. So that's really good. So online refunds for unused click and ship CNS labels are really possible. You also have older unused click and ship labels. Those are possible also. Just remember that you need to have your CNS account number. You need to have the priority, you need to have the transaction number and date. That's important to really think about. And also, you have the possibility to request a USPS refund online, as let's say for Priority Mail International, Priority Mail Express International. So something to really think about. So you also have Priority Mail Express International with money back guarantee. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility. Fantastic. So here's a quote. In today's conversation, I explained to you how to request a USPS refund online. I spoke about domestic and finally about international. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.